Good morning, everyone. My name's Cecily Morris. I'm the chair of the Economic Development Power Allocation Board. I welcome Andrew Silver, who's participating by video conference, Dennis Trainer, who's here in person. I welcome any Port Authority members who are participating by video and those persons who are present in our conference room here in White Plains. This meeting was scheduled and it has been noticed in accordance with the Open Meetings Law. And I call the meeting to order pursuant to the EdPAP bylaws, Article 3, Section 2. First matter on our agenda is the adoption of the agenda. Are there any additions or amendments to the proposed agenda?
No.
If there's no amendments, I would ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
I move it.
In a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There being no opposition, the motion carries. Next matter on our agenda is the adoption of the minutes of the meeting held May 20, 2025. Are there any amendments or changes to the minutes?
No.
There being none, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting from May 20, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carried. I'm going to ask Eric Bowers, the Vice President of Economic Development and Key Account Manager, to open the rest of the agenda and introduce presenters.
Good morning, Chair Morris, members of the board, all in attendance today. My name is Eric Bowers. I'm the Vice President of Economic Development and Key Account Management. Thank you for your availability today. Your attendance at these meetings is always very much appreciated. We have two items today on today's agenda. One is regarding Recharge New York Power Allocations, which covers new, extended, and modified allocations. This item will be presented by Yael Brown, Expert Business Power Allocations and Compliance Analyst. The other item is related to Recharge New York transfers that will be presented by Steve Vankol, Manager, Power Contracts and Tariffs. And I'll now ask Steve to present on that item first.
Good morning, everyone. Today we have an item coming before you as required by Public Authorities Law. It's a transfer of award allocations. A quick review of some reasons for which a customer may require the transfer of their award. We have a business reorganization, which can include a corporate entity change, such as an Inc. to LLC, a merger or a split, all resulting in the change of the federal tax ID. We have a sale of the business to another business. This may also be a merger, resulting in a federal tax change in federal tax ID, and a move from one location in New York State to another location in New York State. This item requests the board to approve the transfer of Recharge New York power allocations, including one for a customer that, due to a business reorganization, transferred its high-performance plastic materials manufacturing business and assets at its Chatham, New York facility to its wholly owned subsidiary that will continue the same business operations at the facility in Chatham. Two, for an allocation awardee that facilitated the business of a sister entity by purchasing the land and facilities and leasing them to the charter school in Staten Island. And three, for an allocation awardee that moved its cheese manufacturing business in Cuba, New York to its parent company's cheese manufacturing facility in Franklinville, New York, built to integrate the business from the Cuba, New York facility. This item request is subject to approval of the transfer of the Recharge New York power allocations by the authority, there being no material reductions in the base employment level or capital investment commitment associated with the allocations that would be transferred, and the transfer is addressed in contract documents containing such terms and conditions determined by the authority to be appropriate to effectuate the transfer. Specifically, the board is being asked today to recommend that the trustees, one, approve the transfer of a 660 kilowatt Recharge New York power allocation awarded to Sunoco Plastics, Inc. for its use at its facility at 87 Center Street, Chatham, New York, 12037, to Sunoco Industrial Plastics, LLC, to address organizational changes. Two, approve the transfer of a 130 kilowatt Recharge New York power allocation awarded to Friends of New World Prep, Inc. for use at its 26 Sharp Avenue, Staten Island, New York, 10302, to Newark Preparatory Charter School to address organizational changes. And 3, approve the transfer of a 1,250 kilowatt Recharge New York Recharge New York power allocation awarded to Empire Cheese Inc. for use at its 4520 Haskell Road, Cuba, New York, 14727 to Great Lakes Cheese Co. Inc. for use at its 1958 Integrity Way, Franklinville, New York, 14737 to address organizational changes. This item is submitted for your approval, and I'd be glad to take any of your questions.
Any questions for Mr. Van Cole?
No questions.
No.
I would then ask for a motion to approve the recommendation found in the material.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There being no opposition, the motion carries. We have a couple of Recharge New York issues, and who's going to present?
Go ahead.
Mr. Brown.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today, the board is requested to recommend that the trustees approve the following 36 recommendations consisting of the following. Contract extensions for 13 allocations of Recharge New York power to existing customers totaling 6.9 megawatts and supporting nearly 3,900 jobs. 12 modifications related to existing Recharge New York allocations, extensions, and/or related supplemental commitments, and 11 new allocations of Recharge New York large business retention, large business expansion, and small business and not-for-profit based power totaling 2.3 megawatts and supporting nearly 580 jobs. All applications were submitted through the state's consolidated funding application system. As in the past, new applications were evaluated on a competitive basis in consideration of the 12 criteria in the Recharge New York legislation. I won't read through each of the 12 criteria, but some of the key ones include job commitments, capital investment, and an applicant's risk of closure or leaving the state if they are not awarded a Recharge New York power allocation. Applications for new R&Y power allocations have been considered, where applicable, under NYPA's Green Jobs Evaluation Incentive Plan and the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Evaluation and Incentive Plan. Today's recommendations for new R&Y power allocations include 1 applicant with qualifying green jobs and 3 applicants with facilities located in disadvantaged communities. If today's recommendations are approved, it is anticipated that approximately 35 megawatts of R&Y power would remain available to allocate. The awarded applicants will be offered Recharge New York contracts for a term of up to 7 years. The contract has provisions for the partial or complete withdrawal of an allocation if the recipient fails to maintain mutually agreed upon commitments relating to, among other things, employment, power utilization, and capital investment. This item is submitted for your approval, and I'd be glad to take any of your questions.
Any questions
No
for Mr.
questions.
Brown? Mr. Silver, any questions for Mr. Brown?
No questions.
There being no questions, I would ask for a motion to approve the recommendations found in the material.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There being no opposition, the motion carries. Are there any other matters that we should address in our EdPAB meeting today before we close? Anyone have anything else to bring forward?
No.
So our next meeting is now scheduled to be held on Tuesday, September 23rd at 8. That may change. We're gonna see what our agenda is for the combined canals and trustee meeting in Buffalo. So depending on how the agenda might be, if we have time, or if there are other things that would conflict with us getting that done, then you might see another date, but for now, put that date in your calendar if you would. And the corporate secretary's office will be in touch with all of us just to confirm everything. There's nothing else and no additional business. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries. It's good to see you, Andy.
Good to see everyone.